It's 1975. A young American sailor walks into a bar in Singapore. He's 19 years old, far from home, just looking for a good time. A stranger sits down beside him. Friendly face, Hawaiian shirt, cold beer in hand. They start talking. Just two guys, casual conversation. And within 20 minutes, that sailor had given away classified military secrets. He was never asked a single question. What just happened to that sailor has happened to presidents, to CEOs, to some of the most powerful people in the world, and there's a very good chance it has happened to you. This technique has a name. It's called elicitation, and it was designed not in a boardroom, but deep inside the intelligence world. The FBI officially defines it as a method to collect information that is not readily available, and to do so without raising any suspicion that specific facts are being sought. That one sentence should make you stop, because it means the best intelligence operations in history didn't look like operations at all. They looked like conversations. For most of human history, if you wanted information from someone, you asked them. But intelligence agencies discovered something that changed everything. The moment you ask someone a direct question, a part of their brain activates. The amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, fires a quiet alarm. The person becomes careful, guarded, selective. They start filtering what they say. But when you make a statement instead of asking a question, that alarm never goes off. The brain stays relaxed, and people talk. Not because they're careless, but because nothing in their biology warned them to stop. This is the core of elicitation. Not questions, statements. And it works on almost every human being on the planet, regardless of how smart, how trained, or how careful they think they are. Even people who know about it, even experts. The first technique is called correcting the record. Humans have a deep psychological need to fix inaccurate information, especially when that information involves them directly. So instead of asking someone something, you say something slightly wrong about them, and they correct you. Imagine walking up to someone and saying, "I just read that all employees here are earning $26 an hour now. That's impressive." And without thinking, they respond, "What? No, I make 17. They just told you exactly what you wanted to know, without being asked, without feeling pressured, because their brain wasn't defending, it was correcting. And correcting someone feels good. It triggers a small sense of superiority, a quiet satisfaction of setting the record straight. That feeling is the trap. Soviet intelligence officers used this exact method during the Cold War. A Russian agent would sit beside an American sailor at a bar, relaxed, unbothered, just another stranger having a drink. And he would say something like, "I know the German submarines could outrun yours. Their propellers are 22 feet in diameter. Yours are only 18. The sailor, slightly caught off guard, would turn and say, "No, that's not right." And just like that, classified information began to flow. No threats, no interrogation room, no pressure, just a casual conversation and a carefully placed mistake. This same technique is being used today, not just in intelligence operations, but in boardrooms, in negotiations, in sales calls. A top sales executive will walk into a meeting and say, "Companies like yours usually set aside around $400,000 for this kind of project." And the client responds, "No, our budget is actually closer to 200,000. The executive just learned the exact number they needed, without asking, without seeming aggressive, just by being slightly wrong. The second technique is called bracketing. Instead of asking a direct question, you offer a range, and the person naturally corrects you into the real answer. Say you need to find out when a company is relocating. You don't ask when. You say, "I heard you guys are moving sometime between March and May." And they respond, "No, it's actually February, but we're not really supposed to talk about that." You now have the information. They gave it willingly, because they weren't answering a question. They were just setting the record straight. The third technique is perhaps the most elegant of all. It's called disbelief, and it works by creating an invisible pull, a force that makes people feel compelled to explain themselves. Imagine meeting someone and saying, "You look like you just got back from somewhere amazing." They respond, "No, actually I've been dealing with work, a family situation, and trying to move." You've learned 3 things without asking anything. You go further. Wow, I can't imagine. That had to be overwhelming. They keep talking. More details, more context. Then you say, "I'm sure everything went perfectly though." And they say, "Ha, not even close." Actually, and now they're telling you everything. Disbelief works because of something fundamental about human nature. We don't just want to be understood, we want to be accurately understood. And when someone gets it wrong, even slightly, something inside us needs to correct it, needs to explain, needs to prove. We can't help it. It is wired into us. These 3 techniques, correcting the record, bracketing, and disbelief, are not relics of the Cold War. They are alive right now. In job interviews, in first dates, in political conversations, in every room where someone wants to know something and is smart enough not to ask. There is a rule that intelligence professionals live by. The more sensitive the information you need, the fewer questions you should be asking. Let that sit for a moment, because it goes against everything we instinctively do. But the ones who truly understand human behavior, they don't ask. They create the conditions for someone to tell them. And here is what makes this truly unsettling. Elicitation doesn't feel like manipulation. It feels like connection. It feels like a good conversation with someone who just gets you. That feeling of comfort, of being heard, is exactly how it works. Now you know this technique exists, but knowing about it and recognizing it in real time are 2 very different things. Because the best practitioners of elicitation don't look like spies. They don't look like agents. They look like the friendliest person in the room. And that is exactly the point. The next time a stranger strikes up a conversation with you and says something slightly wrong about you, pay attention. Because they may not be making a mistake. They may be making a move. Pay attention. If this made you see the world a little differently, that's the point. There is an entire hidden layer to human interaction that most people never learn to see, and we are just getting started. But before we go there, there is one experiment, one study conducted decades ago, that proves just how deeply this manipulation goes. Scientists wanted to know, how far can you push an ordinary person? How much can authority bend the human will? The results were so disturbing, the experiment was eventually banned. 67% of ordinary people went all the way. That story is next. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And tell me in the comments, has someone ever used this on you without you realizing it? Now that you know what to look for, think carefully before you answer.